Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is that you are, wherever you may be. Thank you very much for making us a part of your day. I am Brad Franklin, Digital Media Relations Manager here in Chesterfield. Very glad to tell you that Chesterfield Behind the Mic is on the air once again. Now, we are making our way through our 5 magisterial districts, and today we close things out with Mr. Jim Holland from the Dale District. Mr. Holland, welcome back to the podcast, sir. How are you?
Thanks, Brad. It's so good to be back with you. Thank you so much.
I very much appreciate your time. Appreciate you being here. Sure. Obviously, there's just a whole lot going on, as there is. I feel like all the time.
Yes.
As supervisors, you guys, all 5 of you are running around like crazy, doing all kinds of stuff. Before we drill into some Dale specific things and some updates on stuff in your district, I want to start with a couple of kind of big picture county items. We are obviously on the other side of the budget process at this point. And even though we're kind of on that other side, I thought I might start with kind of get a glimpse maybe of some of the things that you think were the key parts of this budget cycle. What do you think really stands out as you look back on the budget cycle that we just wrapped up?
Well, one thing that really stands out for me is how well the process went.
Yeah.
And how on time we were.
Yeah, because it's not always that smooth, right?
It's not always that smooth. I have had us to approve a budget later in May, for example, versus April. So kudos to Dr. Casey, staff, for working year-round and for helping us to ensure that we have the very best budget process, that everyone's informed, is transparent, is open, and citizens can readily ask questions via various formats. So the budget process, from my perspective, is as smoothest it's ever been.
Yeah. And it feels like, too, the relationship between the schools and the county could not be any better. Certainly in past years, there's been a lot of discussion, whereas in this year, the county and schools lockstep through that whole process, especially going into being able to cut a penny off the tax rate and being able to still do the tax relief pieces that were in that budget. Obviously, given your background and how long you've been in this, to have something that smooth has to stand out, just because of how, to do all the things that budget did, and then for everybody to be on the same page, especially given all the kind of craziness in the world right now. I can imagine that one was a very, let's call it a welcome change, so to speak, in terms of how that sometimes can work. Another item over the last 12 months since you've been with us on the show, I wanted to talk about was Commonwealth Fusion. The idea of bringing that sort of power plant and that sort of clean environment to Chesterfield County, of all the places in America for it to start. Why do you feel like that project is such a big deal for Chesterfield County, to bring something of that nature here to Chesterfield? Oh,
big deal. I can tell you, because last year, we, as you well know, we landed the project when I was serving as chair. And, of course, they were looking around the country for a site to land. They had several, but Chesterfield was not on that list. But once we met with them, Commonwealth Fusions, they decided that we were the best and the right place to be.
Yeah.
And so, as you know, Commonwealth Fusions is the largest private fusion company that will finance, build, and operate the world's first grid scale fusion power plant stuff, right? In Chesterfield County.
That's so crazy.
Also known as the ARC.
Yeah.
And that's going to produce over 400,000 megawatts of clean, zero carbon energy power, about enough power to, of course, power 150,000 homes.
It's just absurd. It's the sort of futuristic idea of it all, and for it to actually be coming to fruition here in Chesterfield. It blows my mind, Mr. Holland, that something that unique and that special can not just be happening in real life, but also be happening here in Chesterfield. Speaking of Chesterfield, I want to drill into some updates here in the Dale District. Obviously, we always like to give you 5 supervisors a chance to provide some updates on things going on in your districts. I know in Dale, there's a lot going on around the Nash Road extension and the work that's being done on Route 10 with the beautification plans and the enhancements coming there. What can you tell us about both of those things, both the extension of Nash Road, where that is, and also that beautification and enhancement piece on Route 10?
Oh, it's coming to fruition. Next year, we should have the connection between Nash Road and Iron Bridge. It's going to greatly improve traffic. In addition to Nash Road, we're going to also have Courthouse Road extended to Salem Church Road,
right,
which will facilitate people getting through and around the county complex.
Yep.
And so I'm really excited about it, and the beautification plans that we have to enhance that is also coming along. We have others. In fact, I had an organization just last week that asked to join in the beautification project.
Oh, that's great.
And I says, come on, join us. That's what we do here in Chesterfield County. We invite people. And so transportation has been really the core because if we didn't have the right network infrastructure in place, we wouldn't have, for example, a courthouse landing coming to fruition.
Yep.
So this has been very, very good for us overall with the Nash Road extension and the bridge. And, of course, so transportation is very, very important.
Speaking of courthouse landing, I wanted to also ask you about that because I know that is something I know I drive by it all the time, and I know folks are very interested in what's happening there. What can you tell us about not just courthouse landing, but maybe even the hospital placement off the Nash Road extension? What are some of the goings on that front?
Yeah, that's going to be wonderful because we have a new hospital that will certainly serve this area of Chesterfield, which was a medical desert in my opinion, but no longer. Once we have the new hospital, we have some clinics coming. HCA is also interested in coming as well to the area. So it's going to be a really win-win with the new hotel, restaurants, places to eat, and serve people. So that's why I'm looking so much forward to coming on board.
Yeah, because that whole entire, once it's a build out, but I mean, even before then, just the little pieces that are coming along first. I mean, there's so much obviously going on at Courthouse Lane, and that Nash Road extension, I think, as we look back on it, is going to be huge for this entire area. And for those of us who work in this area, we're especially excited about it. Speaking of things we're excited about, the new cricket pitch over at Beulah got the ribbon cut on it recently. I know you were there for that. And of course, as we record this today, there was a special celebration yesterday where I know that was a special moment for you. First, I want to ask about the cricket pitch itself, and then second, what it meant to you to have that complex named in your honor yesterday.
Well, first, the cricket pitch is a world-class cricket pitch field that will be used by many up and down the East Coast. We were so excited to get that built and to have it dedicated just a few weeks ago. As you know, there has been a long desired project for us. And as a result of that, we'll have lighting, we'll have bathrooms, we'll have other facilities out there that will accommodate the cricket pitch field. And I must say, I was profoundly humbled and thankful. To God be the glory for the opportunity just to even have my name associated with the project. So I'm profoundly humble and thankful, and I thank God for this opportunity. And so this is just a wonderful, wonderful facility. As I said yesterday, there's something in this facility for everyone in Chesterfield County. And so, and the surrounding regions for that matter, because many people do visit the Beulah Recreation Center. And man will be playing on the cricket pitch field. Many countries, as you know, cricket pitch dates back to the founding of our country. With Thomas Jefferson and others who actually played cricket. So really excited about that. And I can tell you, my friend, Sophie Khan, I want to thank him for his help and encouragement as we built this project out.
I know that real quick, I know that moment yesterday was a surprise to you. Has it sunk in yet? That they caught you off guard and surprised you the way they did?
It still feels unreal. It hasn't sunk in yet. I'm still awaiting that at this point. I must tell you, I was profoundly surprised, but very thankful and humbled at the Board of Supervisors and, of course, our staff as to how well they executed that. So I'm just very thankful.
Obviously, there's, one of the things for all of the various supervisors is you're not just focused on road projects, you're not just focused on economic development, but there's also that relationship with schools and being able to provide for the residents. And there's even talk now of a new elementary school in the Dale District. What can you tell us about that?
Oh, very exciting news. Because as you know, we just a few years ago we built the new Beulah School, and we built that school. You'd be surprised at the fact that now an entire grade of students there need additional space. And so what we are doing is we are building a new Dale Elementary School that will accommodate and alleviate pressure on several other schools.
Right.
And so the location of it is going to be critical. And I'm very excited because I can look back and see when actually there was no new schools being built in Dale.
Yeah.
But thank God today that has changed.
Yeah.
And so let's build. Let's go for it. Because as you know, education is really very critical to Chesterfield County.
Right.
It's a backbone. And people and families, and especially families, love good schools.
Yeah.
And having a new school that a child can attend, I think makes a huge difference. And so I'm very excited about that. I want to build it as soon as possible. And so I'm constantly asking staff each and every day, where are we in terms of getting all the fundamentals in place so we can build this new school.
Yeah. And I know, having, worked with you for a number of years, excellence is a big focus for you. I feel like every time I turn around, you're talking about, that focus on it and being able to deliver it. And this is just another one of those ways. Lastly, Mr. Holland, I'll get you out of here with this question, as I've asked all of your colleagues to this point as well. What are some of the challenges that you see facing not just the county as a whole, but your district specifically over the course of maybe this next year or so?
Well, as we've been discussing earlier, you really pointed it out so well, Brad, keeping up with infrastructure, ensuring that our schools, our roads can accommodate the students, the parents, the families, and many others that come to Chesterfield. Chesterfield is one of the most desired counties to move to in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Yeah. And so with that kind of demand, we have to make sure that we prepare for it and not after the fact. Yeah. Also, another, I think, major challenge for us is to try and, of course, deliver diverse housing, housing stock, ensuring that we have places for people when they do move here, and to continue to invest in people, which has been a hallmark of our county for the last several years, to invest in people, public safety, and to invest in what we think will take us well into the future, which is, again, as you pointed out, that word excellence. And so having excellent infrastructure, excellent facilities, and excellent people will make the difference. Yeah. Well, Mr. Holland, I very much appreciate your time, very much appreciate you stopping in and visiting with us again this year. I just want to say real quick that honor yesterday could not have been bestowed on anyone more deserving of it. Definitely something that I'm very glad was able to happen, and I'm really glad they surprised you, because that kind of thing is always kind of fun. So yeah, well, thank you, Brad. I really appreciate this opportunity. Yes, sir. And I'm sorry my voice is a little hoarse today. No, you're great. But I appreciate it. Recovering, yes, sir, from a really tough cold. But thank you, yes, sir, and we appreciate all your good hard work. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, we will definitely be looking forward to having all 5 of the board members on next year as well. But thank you to all 5 of them, and of course, Mr. Holland, for stopping by here to close us out as we work through our 5 magisterial districts in 2025. So thank you, sir. Yeah. All right. Now, make sure you check us out on social media. On Twitter, it's at Chesterfield VA. On Instagram, it's Chesterfield Virginia, one word. And on Facebook, you can check out our podcast pages. Search Chesterfield Behind the Mic. Now, make sure to follow or subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Overcast, or wherever it is that you get your shows. And if you're so inclined to give us a rating or review, we greatly appreciate that. As always, a video version of our show is available on our YouTube channel, as well as on our website at Chesterfield.gov/podcast. That's also where you can submit feedback anytime, make a suggestion, or just reach out to us. You can watch the show on WCCT Thursday through Sunday at 7, on the weekends at noon. That is Comcast Channel 98 and Verizon Channel 28. Lastly, check out Chesterfield.gov/connect with us to find out a number of other ways to connect with Chesterfield County. My thanks to my director, Martin Stith, my executive producer, Teresa, Bonifas, and all the good folks from Constituent Media Services for all they do. And my thanks to you for joining us today. So from all of us here in Chesterfield, thanks again for making us a part of your day. We'll see you again real soon. Take good care. From blogs to podcasts. And I'm very glad to tell you that Chesterfield Behind the Mic is on the air once again. Weekly video segments and newsletters, social media, the latest community news. And this is your Chesterfield News Minute for September 19th. How to get in touch, and everything in between. If you want to know about Chesterfield County, our Connect With Us webpage has you covered. Chesterfield.gov/connect with us. Connect with us, your source for all things Chesterfield.